Hey guys, it's Shanice. So I wanted to do some videos of my Naca process. This is the first video of others to come because this is the beginning, sorta. So NACA is NACA, Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. If you go to their website, I made me like a little binder, even though I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't use the binder. I had it for other reasons. But this is NACA. I have been involved with NACA since 2012. Since my oldest son was born. So almost 10 years. At the time that I had started NACA, I was married. And me and my ex-husband, their father, were wanting to go through the process. We wanted to get a home. And you're probably like, God, that's a long time. It's a long time because we didn't do any work. We didn't do anything to get ourselves into a house. NACA is a program that helps individuals who would probably typically not be able to get a home, get a home. They do not focus on your credit score. I'm going to be honest with you guys. My credit score is not where it should be. My credit score actually dropped because of some really unhealthy financial decisions of mine a while ago. So I am in the process of working towards getting my credit score where it should be for my own, financial peace and other things that I want to do that's outside of NACA that I obviously can't do if my credit score is not up there. Now, NACA has, I'm going to read some of it because I'm not even going to sit here and act like I was trying to practice. I just want to get on the video and start. No down payment, no closing cost, no PMI, private mortgage insurance, can't speak. No consideration of credit score, which is basically what I meant earlier. No perfect credit required. Interest rate below market, right? They also allow you to buy down your interest rate. I don't plan on doing that. I don't see the benefit in it for myself, honestly. So I'm not going to. But when we started NACA, me and their dad, some years ago, all we had to do was really just we had some things, we had fallen late on certain things at one point. And at that time, I'm not sure what it is now, only because I'm not in the situation anymore. But at that time, if you were late, you had to wait a year from the time so if I was late, let's say I fell behind in something in February in 2012, then I had to wait till 2013 of February in order to, go through the qualifications, because now they have to see that I'm able to go 12 months paying things on time, right? So at first we started to do it, and then after that it was kind of like we didn't pay attention to it anymore. It was really just an uphill battle. I would not think about getting a home for a while, then go back into it and try to jump back into NACA or look at other programs and realize that I couldn't qualify. We couldn't qualify for it. So, I'm divorced now, and have been for 2 years. But I want a house. I want to get a house for my children. And I never forgot about the NACA program. The program in itself, I truly like. I like the benefits of it. They help you budget, even though I'm already working with a financial advisor. So my budget that I have now, I'm able to just transfer over to their budget sheet. So it just makes it a lot easier, because I'm not going to lie. If I did not have a financial advisor helping me with now the financial advisor that I have is not with Naca. She's actually with a completely different program. But, she helps me get back on track with my, with spending habits and being able to control my money. But Naca has a budget. I actually have to convert everything over, but I printed it out yesterday, actually, but this is their budget sheet. If you go to their website, www.naca.com, you'll be able to get a copy of their budget sheet. You can actually get a copy of the book, because I printed it out about a year ago. If you're unable to get that, and you'll be able to go ahead, and they have a expense, can't think of the word right now, but it allows you to write down your monthly expenses, which is going to help you convert that over into your budget. But I was out of it for so long that I had to do my brain is going blank, y'all. Lord have mercy. Workshop. I had to do the workshop. So in order to become a Naca member, you have to do the Naca workshop first. Okay. When you go on the website, you will sign up, go to Home Buyers Workshop. And that's how you will sign up for the workshop. When you sign up for the workshop, you're going to, at the end of it, they'll give you a member ID, and then you'll, make your appointment for your first initial meeting, right? Now all right, I'm trying to do a video, Drea. Please, lay down, please. Sorry, it's my dog. Golly. Now, I will say, for me, thankfully, my first initial meeting again and starting over was not that far. I did my workshop in August. I had my first initial meeting, I want to say in October. Yeah, I think I want to say October. Because right now, a lot of people are calling and they're not having their first initial meeting until like 6 months out. So it was not that bad for me. I had my first initial meeting. It kind of went rocky, honestly, only because I didn't have certain things in order the way I should have. And at that particular time, I feel like my counselor was kind of distracted by whatever he had going on. So that first initial meeting was really all over the place. I just had my second initial meeting on Monday. Was it Monday? Last Monday, not this past Monday, but last week. The first week of January is when I had my my second initial meeting with them. Close my door, please. My second meeting went really well. I had everything that I needed. He told me where I needed to be. I had to get some letters of explanation in order. For some reason, my W-2 didn't upload. That was empty. So now I'm stuck trying to find it. I put it somewhere in one of my things. So all I have to do now is just upload those 2 W-2s. I need to, I do need to do one letter of explanation, but it's not really, I don't even know why they would call it that, only because of what I have to write about. It's basically stating that I'm no longer, because I was doing like, at one point DoorDash and stuff, but I'm not doing it anymore. I haven't done it in over a year. but it still shows up on my previous taxes. So I have to let them know, hey, I'm not doing that anymore. So I had to write that pretty much. I had about 7 letters of explanation for anything that had like any type of late fee, late that was running late, or any past like hospital bill that wasn't paid. So I already did those. I actually already typed those up and already put them in into my profile. My next meeting is in June. We did not speak about payment shock or how much I should be saving at all. But I've already started saving just to get into the habit of saving. I'm not saving what would be considered payment shock only because I'm trying to get myself better financially. If I just pour all that into a savings account, I'm going to fall behind on things. And then I just will never get a house. Like, I won't be able to. But I've already created the habit of saving. So that they can see that I canceled anything that would financially hinder me in any way. Like, my bank allows you to do a salary advance, right? My mortgage counselor, that's what they're called with Naca, mortgage counselors, said, you gotta cut that off. You gotta cut it off. If you cut it off, you will not be able, underwriting will not approve you. On everything I love, I'm not gonna lie, I was so nervous. Like, because for like 3 days, I sat on it. And was like, because that to me, it was like allowing me to have, at least mentally, I allowed myself to believe that it was allowing me to have excess of something when really it wasn't at all. And I had to change my mentality, which I've already been working on. But sometimes you already know, you slip back into old mental, like, things, and you start second guessing stuff. So I had to, like, sit still. I had to pray about it. And I had to realize, like, this is what you want this time around. You got to be serious. And you got to believe that it's going to happen for you. Just don't say you got faith. Don't say you trying to manifest anything. Don't say things are going to work out if you're not trying to put that work in for it to happen. So I went ahead, called my bank on that following Monday, and told them, actually, no, that's a lie. I called my bank that Friday because that's when I got paid. So when I get paid is when they take it out. Then I have the option to redo it again. It took out, let it pay, like, do whatever it needs to do. Called the bank and said, I need to cut off my salary advance. And with the salary advance that I had, what it would do is it would take money from it and put a certain portion in your savings account. So when you close out, you would have whatever that portion is in your savings account. And that's what I did. Because at first I was like, how am I going to pay these bills if I don't have this whole thing? And I mean, Rochu, it worked out. Like, I cut the salary advance off. The guy was like, you're not going to be able to do it for another year. That's fine. That's perfect. Cool. So I'm not trying to do it at all. Like, I'm really not trying to be stuck anymore. So I went ahead, got that out the way. I have one more thing. He didn't necessarily say I had gotten an installment loan. And he said he wants me to pay that down. That I didn't have to go ahead and pay it off. He just wanted me to pay it down so that my debt to income ratio is not high. But I'm going to pay it off. I'm paying it how it is now, but I'm going to pay it off. Yeah. Tax time is literally going to be me paying off whatever else needs to be paid off and money going straight into my savings account. That's what it's going to be. But this time around, things are going to happen because I'm going to do what I need to do. You know, a lot of people, and I do not work with Naca. I'm not employed by Naca. They don't write no type of paychecks for me. They don't even know I'm doing this video. I just had to put that out there. But anyway, a lot of people have opinions about Naca. And I honestly feel like your experience with Naca is what you make of it. Now, don't get me wrong. You have some people that get counselors that don't be on their game. I will say that even when I started with Naca back a couple years back, I didn't run into a bad counselor. I actually did not progress in Naca because of me. Well, at that time, because of me and my ex-husband, we did not do what we were supposed to do. Like, we did not put in our work. Because I'm going to be real with you. Everyone's circumstance is different, but on average, if you work with Naca and you do everything you're supposed to do, it should take you no more than at least 2 years to get into where you need to get into. Depending on what kind of debt you have, what kind of things you need to pay off, it should not take you long at all. If it takes you long, it's because you got tired of the process. You did not stick with that process. This process will test your patience. And that I'm going to tell you, it will test your patience. It will test whether or not you really want what you say you want. It will truly test that. Are you willing to pay off what you need to pay off? Are you willing to pay things on time? Are you willing to go ahead and submit everything? Now, I will say this. Don't wait till the last minute to submit your stuff. It's a headache. Like I told you, my first initial meeting was all over the place. You live and you learn. Don't do it. Please do not follow into my footsteps or anybody else's footsteps that done did that crazy mess. Don't, because you find yourself emailing them things, them not getting the emails. Then you gotta upload, like, do what you gotta do. Now, save it. Like, for me, I save it on my computer because for some reason my flash drives was acting kind of funky. But save it. So if something happened, listen, I got it. It's right here. I'll upload it to you. Whenever because they're gonna ask you, like, what do you want to pay in a mortgage? Honestly, I think right now I'm so focused on just trying to get to the process, like, and just saving and doing what I gotta do. I don't think I've sat down and truly thought too much about it or too much into it. I kind of got an idea in my head of what I would like to pay, but I'm trying to be, I don't know, the way these homes are now, what I want, I'm not sure. I'm gonna be careful what I say out loud because, you know, words manifest in the universe. But for me, it's like, I don't know. But just, you know, if you have an idea, if you're like, oh, I want to pay, I don't know, just an example. And let's say your rent's $1,000. You're like, you know what? I make good money. I'm good. I want to get a house where I can pay $1,600 a month. Just make sure you're putting $600 extra into your checking account a month. So you basically, that's your payment shock, right? So if you say that you know you want to pay $1,600, right now you're paying $1,000, and you need to be putting an extra $600 into your account every day, every month, because then that lets them see that, oh, all right, you are able to maintain that type of mortgage, and it helps you. What else was I going to say? But yeah, it's a great program. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's too good to be true. It's not too good to be true if you do your research. You know, everyone, I don't know why a lot of people say that it's too good to be true. It just sounds like, I'm like, dude, do your research. You know how many people have bought with it? Like, come on. Like, so many people have used it. We have too much at our fingertips to just be questioning like certain things. Like, go research. Research the program, please. But know that when you do this, you gotta have patience. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the process, how smooth it goes, is really up to you. You have people that have gotten with Naca and have had a bomb process, no problems, great counselor, everything smooth, closed the way they needed to go, because you know they have a reputation for not closing on time. And then you have people that'll tell you the worst counselor I ever had, or they'll tell you it was horrible, but they still decided to use them because they knew that it was going to benefit them. And you have people that did it and then eventually was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I found another program that'll work better for me. And that's okay. So you have a lot of, you know, people that can really tell you the truth about how they feel. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. And I've watched a lot of videos of different people with so many different, like, experiences. Some I was like, oh, Lord, I don't want to go through that. But all in all, I do want to take you guys on this journey. I think it'll be fun, and I know that when I watch people, I'm sorry if it moved a lot, y'all. I know that when I watch people, it makes me feel good, you know. And it also encourages me to keep going. It encourages me it allows me to see myself having a home, you know. You never know who's looking at you. You never know who's watching you. So I think it'd be pretty cool just to have people follow me on the journey. And I think it helps, you know, it allows you to have accountability partners. You know what I mean? Like someone to say, hey, what's going on? Weren't you doing this? Well, what's going on with that? You know what I mean? Because sometimes we go through certain things and we just allow life to start happening to us. And sometimes we need somebody to go, knock, knock. You said this was your goal. You need somebody to reel you back in. So, but yeah. But I didn't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to start something. I will try to do videos, like, you know, on, I guess, the budget, letters of explanation. I would honestly have to kind of truly dive deep and research how it's all done, only because I do it a certain way. My counselor did not specify it to me a certain way that it has to be done. So I don't want to give out the wrong information to someone. But if you have a question and I'm able to answer it, I will. If you have a question that will require me to get an answer, I will do my best to go ahead and get that answer for you. But I will also point you to their website. And I will highly suggest, just because you go through a workshop does not, that gives you a Naca ID. That's awesome. But that does not mean you have to join Naca. You have a annual membership fee, which is, I think, is no more than $40, depending on if you're married or not. And the membership fee includes them being able to pull your credit. So it's like a credit fee plus a membership fee. The membership fee is like less than $20, if I'm not mistaken. It adds up because they're adding in the amount that it costs to pull your credit. So I would highly suggest looking into the program. I would highly suggest, just go to a workshop. They have big events, which is awesome. But right now, because of COVID, a lot of those big events are virtual. I've been to Save the Dream or something like that. I've been to one of those some years ago, but obviously it was in person. whoa is all I have to say. Is all I have to say is whoa. I can only imagine what it would be like to do that virtually. And also with virtually, you kind of run the risk of getting a counselor from any state, and you may get a counselor that you are in love with, but then realize that they can't be a counselor for long because they don't live in your state, or they're not licensed to help you in your state. Those big events, you're liable to get any counselor only because of the event. But once you really get down to doing the work, you have to be with a mortgage counselor that's allowed to work in your state. But if you want something that's a little bit more quote unquote intimate, most definitely sign up for their workshop. It is very, very informative. Very informative. They answer all the questions you need. And even go on YouTube. They have the Naca YouTube channel where they do certain things on there that they explain certain things to you as well. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. And I will keep you guys up to date on my journey and what's happening with it. And yeah, we'll go from there. My next appointment's not until June. So my next Naca video in that respect to kind of let you guys know what's going on with that would be in June. If I have any little things in between, I will most definitely post it. But you guys have a good night.